Hi, welcome to Potato Fire Reviews. Today I'll be talking about the Klipsch RP 600M2, which was actually recently released in May. Klipsch is an American company and their more expensive speakers, such as the famous La Scala, are made in Arkansas, while the more budget-friendly RP 600M2 are made in China. This is the 6.5-inch cerammetallic cone woofer. And here is the 1-inch titanium tweeter with Tractrix horn. This speaker is rated at 100 watts at 8 ohms and has a sensitivity of 94.5 dB. It has a frequency of 44 Hz to 25 kHz. Each cabinet weighs 18 pounds and the front, or what is known as the baffle, is made of hard plastic which is scratch resistant. Here is how the speaker looks from the side. It has a walnut veneer finish and there is also an ebony option for purchase as well. The enclosure is made of MDF and has internal bracing. So this is how the speaker looks from the back. It has 2 sets of binding posts, and these wires are actually called jumpers, which has to be removed if you plan to use bi-wiring or bi-amping. On the bottom, there is an additional cork layer which assists with stability and vibration while on a stand. These speakers have magnetic grills, and this is how they look. And they're actually indented on the sides, which is here, and this is how it looks on the cabinet. Now, for the big question, how does it sound? I would describe the sound presentation as neutral with boosted treble. I had these speakers 2 feet from the rear wall and about 8 feet apart in a medium room, and they were towed in at an angle of about 60 degrees. Soundstage was really wide with excellent center imaging. Bass was quick and detailed. I would strongly recommend a subwoofer that is crossed between 55 to 60 Hz for these speakers if you really want to bring out low notes. Mid-range was clear and pretty impressive. Treble was boosted and gets a bit fatiguing over long listening periods. During my listening sessions, I actually would find myself using tone controls from my amplifier to turn down the treble a tad bit. These speakers are really good for genres such as blues, jazz, or any music that has a piano or a live performance. There's a song called The End by Adam Holt that I found myself repeating multiple times. Something to consider when listening to these speakers. Having the grill on and towing the speakers outwards really helped to reduce the harshness of the treble. Also, moving the speakers closer to the rear wall about 12 inches away helps to increase the bass. Here is how the inside of the RP 600M2 looks. The horn and the woofer are of excellent build quality and size. There is a lot of polyfill inside the cabinet here, and even the speaker wires have a foam sheath. Inside the box, there is a bracing which separates the crossover, which is located towards the lower rear section. This is the tweeter, and it has small vents which assist in removing standing waves, resulting in a better sound. If you're new to the audio world and are considering buying the RP 600M2, note that there are a lot of changes for the better when compared to its predecessor, which has a lot of awards, reviews, and is sold everywhere. If money is an issue, I would save up and get the newer version, which will have a better resale value if you don't like the sound. These speakers can be used in a home theater setup because of its clear mid-range. For my personal comparison in regards to speakers that I've reviewed here on YouTube, I would choose the KEF Q350 over the Klipsch, but would choose the Klipsch over the Monitor Audio Bronze 100. The KEFs have a more rich presentation, while the Monitor Audio sounds a bit dry when compared to the Klipsch RP 600M2. Finally, pair with a good amp to bring these speakers to life. I sometimes use price as a simple comparison for products. A speaker which costs $750 will need a solid amplifier that's more than $500. So consider a brand like Rotel or NAD. Finally, these speakers do sound better over time, so give them about 40 hours to break in. After owning these speakers for almost 3 months, here are some drawbacks. The waveguide rubber on the horn is easy to remove. The front baffle does not sit well on the box as there are uneven spaces where the plastic meets the wood. Sensitivity seems inaccurate as I would estimate the correct dB is about mid to high 80s. At a MSRP of $750, I think it's overpriced. Despite the few cons, these speakers are very enjoyable and I slowly grew to like them after using them for almost 3 months. My final summary is, they are designed for people who likes clarity with a bit of boosted treble, or what I consider a refined live sound. Well, that's it for my review. If you enjoyed this content, give me a thumbs up. To see more videos like this, consider subscribing. Until next time, cheers.
Ba 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 da ba da ba.